Hello there and welcome to the old horseshoe in the banks of the Olentangy. Home to the Ohio State Buckeyes, one of the great settings in sport. And man, this place is rocking today. And wow, do we have a fun one here ahead. A top 10 team walking into this snake pit of an environment, just trying to get out alive. This will be fun, as we'll see the #1 team in the country, the Washington Huskies, taking on the 13th ranked team in the land, the Ohio State Buckeyes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined here in the booth by Kirk Herbstreit. Kirk, let's get to the action on the field. Buckeyes will kick this away to get us going here. And here's the return from inside the 5. And he stopped at the 20, trying to make something happen, but that's good coverage there. The Huskies offense going to get the chance to start this game off. And here comes that star wide receiver. He's got the bounce, the aura. He walks on the field with some swag, saying, I'm the man, and I know it.
Oh, he certainly does, and you know what? He probably should. It's founded in all the hard work that he puts in, the dedication in the summertime during practice. You can see some of the defensive backs watching as he warms up, studying him, because they know it's going to be a long day trying to deal with this receiver.
They'll run it here, fighting off the defender. They'll stop at the 34. That will be a first down.
Good job by this Washington offense to be able to execute there and pick up this first down. And this back is starting to really show what he's all about, that combination of speed and power, living up to that lofty standards that Washington running backs have.
And the tackle is made after a 4-yard gain, so 2nd and 6.
Nice job here of controlling the line of scrimmage by this offensive line. The back does what he needs to do to get positive yards on first down.
It's early, but this crowd is fired up. Listen to this noise here. This is going to be tough for the visitors today. Jukes to get free. Breaks loose at the 45. Forced out of bounds after a big gain. This offense set up with a first down.
Well, the scouting report on this running back was that he is an elite ball carrier, and he is proving to be that here early in this game. These first few carries, not only the strength, but the quickness and acceleration to get upfield and get positive yards on display.
This Washington offense is moving quickly down the field. Here comes a first down pass attempt. Gets the ball off as he's hit, but it's incomplete.
Kind of a fine line here, Chris, for me when it comes to throwing the screen pass. You don't want to throw it too early, obviously, and the defense reacts quickly and can sniff it out. And you definitely don't want to throw it too late and potentially get sacked. You've got to make sure it hits just right for this play to work.
2nd down after that previous play. Here's the snap, looking to throw here. Trying to create here on the move. Pass ball is incomplete. There was a lot of contact and no penalty. Brings up 3rd down. Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a first down. Drops back, needing a 3rd down completion here. Delivers from the pocket, complete over the middle. The completion picks up about 8 yards, but sets up a 4th down play now.
Now the defense plays it pretty well. Force the quarterback to make the throw in front of you as a defense. Then you square up and make the tackle. Force them to do something special after the catch. That tactic works here. Now you got a 4th down.
So their first drive of the game, they're going to go for it on 4th down. Aggressive start. They go with a direct snap. Powers through the tackle. He stopped, but he gets a first down.
Well, this is exactly what you want to see as an offense to open up a football game. Everything seems to be working, whether they're running the football, as we saw right there, able to protect, throw the football with timing and rhythm, everything on full display for this offense to let this defense know they could be in for a long day.
Makes a nice move there. And they tackle him, but a nice pickup on that running play.
Well, this defensive coordinator makes some adjustments. This back is on fire to start this game. You better start committing those safeties down, overloading that line of scrimmage, because this back is physical, he's got speed, and he is tough to bring down.
And they stop him just short. The defense really backed up now. It's 1st and goal.
Boy, this offense does such a great job of putting the threat of the quarterback and the running back on this defense. It puts the defense in a tough spot because it...
And he gets to the end zone. Touchdown, Huskies. So they'll try to add the lead now with the PAT. PAT is good, so it's 7-0. Now they get set to kick it away.
Washington, 7, Ohio State, 0.
And he takes this from inside the 5. And they've got the returner corralled. The Buckeyes offense out there for their first possession. Well, it's not easy to narrow down the impact players to just a few guys, Kirk. But what do you expect from them today?
Well, we got guys that can make plays as well as anybody in the country on both sides of the ball. That's why I think this matchup is so exciting. Two good teams with great individual players.
They'll try the option play here. Ball is free in the backfield. And the defense jumps on the football.
I get being upset at the ball carrier for coughing up the ball, but let's not ignore how big of a hit that was. Sometimes you just have to give credit to the defender for making a great play.
Quick throw. That's an RPO caught on the left side. Brought down at the 5 after the catch. The offense really threatening now. And the Huskies hustle to the line to run the hurry up. Keeping it on the ground here. And he runs it into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. But they'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. The kick sails through, so the lead is 14-0. Now the kickoff team is out on the field.
That makes the score Washington 14, Ohio State 0.
Fields it inside the 5-yard line. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense back on the field. Last possession, they fumbled it away, and it set up a touchdown drive. Can they bounce back from that right away? Good pass. Here comes a jet sweep. 0 running room. Stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Second down play coming up for this offense. Off play action. He's looking to throw. Escapes the pocket. In the clear at the 25. He'll avoid the big hit with the slide. First down and 10. Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. That's a nice tackle there by the senior.
The defense coordinator this week all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
Second down after that run on the previous play. And a handoff as they run the counter play. He's brought down, but not before the gain to the 42-yard line.
I feel like they called that knowing chances are they're not going to hit a home run, but look at this. Put themselves in a perfect third down situations, much more manageable. Now we'll see if they can convert.
But they don't connect. It's incomplete, and it brings up fourth down. The Buckeyes will line up to kick it away. That's the first punt today for the offense. No fair catch. Looking to make a return here. And the coverage team pins him in and brings him down. And the Washington offense is back out on the field now. They punched it in the last possession. Can they do it again, or will this defense make some adjustments to get a stop? And it's incomplete. He dropped the first down pass over the middle. Incompletion sets up a second down. Fakes the handoff, looking to throw. He's moving out of the pocket. And he just throws it away.
Man, the defense took everything away from him. What do you expect him to do? He can't force the ball into traffic and potentially throw the interception. Does a good job of getting out of the pocket, away from the pressure, and just throw the ball away. See what happens on this next down.
Well, it's been tough so far to get this drive going. Now they face 3rd and 10 from inside their own 20. What's the call going to be? Can't hold on. Good defensive play brings them a 4th down. The Huskies will line up to punt it away. Looking to flip the field here. And the returner decides to signal fair catch. And the Ohio State offense comes back onto the field. They were forced to punt last time. Can they get this offense going finally? Get some points out of this. Down goes the quarterback. It's a sack.
This is why this guy's considered one of the top defensive ends in the entire country. He came in off the edge so quickly there. Look out, because that's exactly what was being shouted by the offensive lineman to his quarterback, because he had no chance to block it.
Caught in the flat by the running back. Solid tackle, able to get him down. So, Kurt, it's Washington in front. Solid performance so far, creating some separation. Here's the first quarter stats. And as we flip the field and begin quarter number 2, we'll see if they can continue to build this lead. A big play here after the break. Offense trying to convert here on 3rd down. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. Quick catch over the middle. They've got him, but it's a huge gain. They'll spot it about the 27.
What a clutch play here by this offense to convert on 3rd down. I know it's still early in this game, but the fact that they dug themselves a hole to convert there and keep this drive alive, they got a new set of downs and a chance to dig into this lead.
Defense shoves him out of bounds. Not much of a gain there.
One thing I love about this back is how he gets involved in the passing game. Nice catch here.
That completion makes it 2nd and medium. Big throw by the quarterback off the RPO. And they finally tackle him down at the 1. Big gain in the pitch and catch. The Buckeyes hoping to punch it in here. They have 1st and goal. On the ground, trying to power toward the goal line. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
It is tough to run the football inside this 5-yard line. Give all the credit to that defensive line, eating up those linemen, allowing the rest of the defense to fly to the football for that short loss.
Receiver in motion now. It's an option look. The back's got it on the pitch. He powers into the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State. Let's see if this score, Kirk, can breathe a little bit of life into this team.
Now, I know it's only 1 touchdown, but it could go a long way in changing just the tone of this game, especially once we get into the second half.
Here's the kickoff team now, set to boot this one away. Return here from inside the 15-yard line. Tackled at the 22. Good job by the coverage team. And the Huskies offense is back out on the field. Last time was a quick 3 and out, and they get a drive going this time. Shotgun formation. Here's an inside give.
Chris, it's the consistency of this back is giving this defense fits. They've got to come up with some changes up front. This guy's already over 50 yards, and if he keeps running the way he is, not only is he having a great day, but it's going to give this quarterback a chance to hit some big plays downfield off play action.
What's the play call here on 2nd down for this offense? He's escaping the pocket now. And it's caught. Defense surrounds him. Just a short gain on that completion.
Well, the running back that time just kind of sneaks out of the backfield and shows his hands on that nice catch.
Offense looking to convert on 3rd and short from the 27. They snap it. Quarterback looking to throw the ball. Catch made over the middle. That'll pick up a first down. They'll spot it at the 38.
That's a great feeling when your quarterback can make a throw that keeps the drive alive. Not as good as a touchdown, but it's a lot better than having to trot over to the sideline, waiting for your turn to get another chance.
And it's incomplete. Even in a first down throw, he was under some heavy pressure.
And I am
I'm so impressed with the athletic ability and speed of this defense. Quarterback does a pretty good job of keeping the play alive, scrambling off to his right, but that defensive speed and their aggressive nature get to him.
They bring down the receiver, but that's a nice gain on that play.
Quarterback looks downfield to make this throw. He wants to be able to get the ball to be able to pick up enough yards for a first down, but instead, he gets the ball at least underneath to the drag route and gets some positive yards.
Running play called on 3rd and short. Looks like Washington will have the first down.
Nice first down run here by this running back, and these are the kind of situations on 3rd and short that you can gain a lot of momentum, or it can kill a drive and kill the confidence of an offense. Here they pick up the nice first down, which is great, new set of downs, but it also gives you a lot of confidence that you can wear that defense down psychologically.
Unleashes the stiff arm. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks, more than enough for a first down.
Great conversion here for this Washington offense and another first down. And I tell you, this guy's living up to the expectations of a Washington quarterback. They've had some great play out of that position over the years.
We've reached the 2-minute warning. We'll have to see if the offense can build on this lead before the break. Washington getting set with a 1st and 10 now. A quick throw out left, complete. Defense reacts quickly, a very short gain on the play.
How about this defense? That is called team pursuit. Swarming to this wide receiver on the screen, not allowing him to get his momentum upfield.
And it's a bunch formation. Now they're running on the toss. And they'll tackle him for a loss of 5 yards. Now the offense will spend a timeout here, wanting to come up with a perfect call on this important play coming up. Ninth play of the drive coming up. This is a tough 3rd and long. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Looks downfield and finds a receiver who worked his way wide open. Tackle made after a nice pickup on the play. Defense cannot get this offense to 4th down. Offense continues the long drive. Looking to the end zone. Caught near the goal line. And they stop him just short of the end zone. The offense set up with a 1st and goal now.
Yeah, you know this defense has got to be frustrated after giving them multiple conversions now on first downs. There's another one. But for the offense, man, they're just playing very efficiently right now.
And the Huskies line it up with 1st and goal. Direct snap to the back. Fights his way in for the score. Touchdown, Huskies. So it's still early, but this offense beginning to build momentum and build the lead now, Kirk.
As we've seen over the years, Chris, good teams know how to use the first quarter to establish the lead, the second quarter to increase the lead, and the final half just to hold on to it. They're following that blueprint perfectly, widening the distance between them and their opponent before we even get to the locker rooms.
Here comes the powerful Ohio State offense onto the field. They've got a choice here in the final minute. Do they get aggressive, try to cut into this lead, or play it safe and point toward the second half? Receiver makes the catch. The timeout is called, important stage late here in the second quarter. Fresh set of downs for the offense after that first down completion. From the shotgun, drops back looking for an open man. Quarterback delivers complete to the right side. Offense stops the clock with their second timeout to talk strategy. And completion makes it second and short. Here's the snap, looking to throw. He makes the grab. The offense will quickly spend a timeout here after the play.
How about the arm strength from this quarterback? He really didn't have any other option than to put it right in there and give it everything that he had. Great timing and a good job of squeezing that in between the defenders.
On first and 10, looking to throw. That one falls incomplete. Good defensive play. Brings up second down.
Chris, I thought he had his hands on that football. I thought he was going to come down with it. But give the defense all the credit with a big hit to knock that ball loose.
The pass rush closing in. Quarterback finds an open target on the left side. And they wrap him up after the completion just short of the first down marker. They crank up the tempo here for this important third down play. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. The ball is caught. And they wrap him up, but the gain is good enough for a first down.
Well, it's a good thing they pick up the first down here because it would have been interesting to see. They were kind of in that no man's area there. If they did not pick up the first down, would they have kicked the field goal or would they have gone for it? But here, doesn't matter. Nice first down.
And it's incomplete with just 1 second remaining on the clock. And now a timeout quickly called by the defense as they try to get everybody on the same page here. So with only a few seconds left on the half, out comes the field goal unit. And it's blocked. The kick was low. The defense has got it. It's still a live ball. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update.
Fellows, looks like we've got a great one going down in Columbus today. And we've got to start our halftime breakdown with this superstar running back. His elusiveness, his raw power. This young man is the total package. And his ability to catch the ball out of the backfield is a differentiator. A lot of guys can hit the hole. This kid can hit the hole and hit the home run in the passing game. For now, let's get back to the guys in the booth to start up this second half.
He's going to return it from near the goal line. And he stopped at the 20, trying to make something happen, but that's good coverage there. Here comes the powerful Buckeye offense back onto the field. Here's the first play of the drive now from the 20-yard line. And the wideout goes in motion. Looking to throw it on first down. He finds his man.
Man-to-man coverage, you run the drag route. You'd prefer to get the ball downfield, but the matchup called for at least some positive yards underneath, and he makes a nice throw.
Breaks loose at the 40. Breaks into the clear. It's a sprint. The 10. Touchdown, Buckeyes. And the comeback continues.
What a touchdown. Anytime you see a play go for that many yards, everything has to come together. The offensive line did their job, the running back's vision and instincts and speed, and the play caller setting up the perfect personnel group, formation, and play call. It all came together, and they get the big score.
Return starts from inside the 5. Makes it to the 16. That's good coverage there. And the Washington offense heads back out on the field. Remember, last time they scored a touchdown. Can they keep clicking here, or will the defense come up with a stop? And the single back takes the handoff. They stop him after a 6-yard gain, so 2nd and 4.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
Looking to scramble. On the run, he'll let it go. Fired into a tight window and picked off. And he's wrapped up after a solid return.
What a play by the defense. Really, the only way they can get back into this game is to create a turnover. They get an interception, and they're in business.
He'll hand it off. Can he take it all the way? Touchdown, Ohio State. Still no answer for this offensive machine.
I think we're starting to kind of see a theme here, Chris, today. That's his 2nd touchdown. The offensive line doing their job, and he's doing an outstanding job of just reading the defense, finding the hole, and being able to pick up big yards and touchdowns.
Kickoff team is on the field. Let's see if they give the returner a chance to bring this one back. And here he comes now from the end zone. He'll be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there. The Washington offense retakes the field here. This offense trying to bounce back the last possession, ended in a pick. Offense operating from the pistol. 2 They're going to run it here. Take it down, but not before he makes the first down.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the first down, but he got it.
On first down, they'll keep the running game churning.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound, and it's really solid defense on that play.
Offense getting set. Second down play here. Quick pass, the catch is made. And they'll move the 6 on that one. It's a first down to the 42.
Boy, a really good ball here by this quarterback to be able to pick up this first down. And hey, this guy is living up to the legacy of what Washington quarterback play has been for a number of years, going way back to Warren Moon and Mark Brunell, and more recently with Jake Browning, and, of course, the last couple years with Michael Penix.
Washington getting set with a 1st and 10 now. Drops back from the shotgun, looking for an open man. He's going to take off. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
Love the aggressive mindset from the play caller here on first down. Take a shot downfield. The only thing is, they're all covered. Nobody's open. He gets flushed out of the pocket, decides to run towards the boundary and gets out of bounds, and a good gain and a first down.
And there's the handoff. Defense gets him down, but they'll take the gain on that play.
It's a good, solid gain, 5 or 6 yards. Love to see that from the running game.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Motion by the back will make the defense adjust. Quick throw, catch made on the out route. And he's brought down, but not before he gets first down yardage.
If you call a quick out on third down, I think that tells you the confidence you have in a quarterback to be able to make that throw. And on top of that, a little surprised the defense would give that kind of cushion to be able to give him room to pick up that first down.
Here's the second down play. And they'll keep it on the ground. Running back has the handoff. And that run produces a decent gain.
Well, they didn't bust that for a big play, but it makes this third down coming up a little bit more manageable, and that certainly has a lot of value.
So let's see what the play caller likes here on 3rd and short from the +27. And the offense will now quickly spend a timeout.
Timeout, Washington.
So now from the 27, the offense faces a 3rd and short. How aggressive will they play it? Receiver looks it in. It's complete. He's tackled quickly, but the yardage is good enough for the first down. Washington now operating in the red zone.
Well, when you play zone defense on third down and you don't get pressure from your defensive line, you're going to give a quarterback a lot of time to be able to find an open receiver and eventually get the first down. Not surprised at all that they're able to convert.
As we take a break, take a quick look at how the national rankings stack up in the chase for those playoff positions. Let's see how this fourth quarter unfolds. Everything to play for here for both teams. Here we go. First play of the quarter. Offense setting up for a second down play. Fakes the handoff here, looking to throw it. Launching one to the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. They jump in front here in the fourth. So they'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. PAT is up and good. They lead by a touchdown here in the fourth quarter. Kickoff team has come on the field now to send this one away. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense back on the field. First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? Brought down after a 7-yard gain, so it's 2nd and 3.
Man, when your quarterback can run the football like this, it puts so much pressure on the defense. The defense coordinator spent all week preparing his unit to be able to stop this offense. But when this quarterback's able to pull it down and pick up yards like that, it's an extra headache for the defense to have to deal with.
He stopped short of the marker after just a short gain.
Well, not exactly the outcome this offense was hoping for here on the option. They didn't lose any yards, which is great. I think they're definitely looking for more from that play.
Quarterback's got it on the option. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
Well, the quarterback does everything right except pitch the football. The defensive end's going to take him, which is great. That's what you want. But you got to get that ball out quicker to not allow that defensive end to make that play.
See if he can make something happen with the return. The returner is brought down to start with the next drive. And the Washington offense is back out on the field now. Suddenly, this is a tighter game. You'd love to build a drive, choose some clock. How aggressive will they get with the play call? From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Solid gain, moves the ball to the 43.
Well, this is where the offensive line can really assert their will and put on the finishing touches to this game. The defense, you can see them. They're breaking little by little right now. You make sure they break completely.
Important second down play coming up. And they're moving the receiver now before the snap. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. There's the tackle, but first down yardage.
You know, to me, Chris, with this offense, it's almost an extension of their running game. You put the receiver out in motion, you flip the ball out to him, out to the outside, let him do what he does best, which is use his instincts, and he picks up a first down.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Use that running game, trying to bleed the clock here. Brought down, but it's past the line to gain.
Sometimes I almost get mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, the eyes that carry their feet to the open space, making people miss. I just love watching those guys do work.
A quick juke. A solid 8-yard gain brings up a 2nd and 2.
Positive yards are always important for an offense, but at this stage of the game, late in the ball game, playing with the lead, you're thinking about working that clock and continuing to keep the ball in bounds.
Second down play coming up. They'll run it here. That's the running back with the ball. He'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
Yeah, I like this call here late in the game like this with the lead. Nothing too fancy, just right up the middle. Trust that offensive line and this running back and just keep working that clock.
Washington getting set with a 1st and 10 now. Send the back in motion. They tackle him. Looks like it's going to be just short of the marker, inches away. And now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. Linebackers moving around, trying to confuse the offense. So here comes second down now. Every play important down here. Touchdown, Huskies. Still no answer for this offense. But they'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. Extra point up and good. A 2-touchdown lead here now in the fourth quarter. Kickoff team is on the field to boot this one away.
Washington, 35. Ohio State, 21.
Doesn't bring the kick out. Touchback. They'll start at the 25. Here comes the Buckeye offense onto the field. Now coming off a 3-and-out, looking to produce a positive drive here. First down here for this offense. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Caught quickly. And the defense swarms. Not much of a gain on that completion. They'll crank up the tempo here on second down. The time is running out. Offense looking to throw the ball. And he pulls in the catch. They bring him down at the 44. That's a solid gain. Getting closer to midfield now. The clock is still running. They got to get set quickly. On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. Quarterback looks to his right and finds his man. They make the tackle, but that pass creates a solid gain. Buckeyes will hustle to the line to run the hurry-up offense. Defense not pressing this time. Quarterback looking to pass here on second down. Receiver makes the grab. And they tackle him, but not before a huge gain down near the 26. And the coach quickly calls timeout after the play, trying to hold on to as much time as possible. First down, looking to throw the football. Fires it to the wideout. Looks downfield and connects with a wide-open wide receiver. They make the stop, but not before a solid gain that time. The defense with more pre-snap movement. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Football knocked loose in the backfield. Offense keeps possession, recovers the fumble. Coming to the line on second down. This is important. They want to avoid a 3rd and long. And now they'll just clock it to freeze the time.
It's now 3rd down.
And they convert here on 3rd down in the red zone. This is a 4-point type of play, touchdown or field goal. Looking to the end zone. Intercepted in the end zone. It's a short return, but a takeaway for this defense.
Boy, would this quarterback love to have this one back. They're trying to work themselves back into this game here in the second half. And the defense comes up with a big turnover that could be the nail in the coffin.
So with the lead secure here, it's time to just take a knee, run out the clock, and plan the victory celebration. Well, it wasn't a flawless performance, Kirby. They looked pretty good out there today, and a very satisfying W.
I think this group has a chance to do some really special things this year. They clearly have talent to be able to work with. I've been impressed with how this head coach managed the game and led his team to a victory.
And that is going to wrap it up. We enjoyed this one here. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.